I come before you as the founder, owner, and president of Power Pro Wrestling.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning. It's 11 a.m. So you know what that means. It is time for another episode of the Retro Wrestling Review Power Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm Gene Jackson, along with my co-host for not only this show, but the Continental Show. He's one half of the Texas Bunch, and he's the man who takes you beyond wrestling. It's the one, it's the only, Mr. Robb Helt.
There it is.
Here he is. He's got. Here he is. He is the owner, founder, and president of STS Pod.Club.
Don't forget
and
new
he's
king.
the new king of Jonesboro. He is B. T. T.
I love you, Gene. That's a good
Power to the
introduction. I
T.
appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. Power to the T.
Right. Show him respect. You call him Mr. T, fool.
Hey, BT, what's up, brother?
Man, I love my mama just like Mr. T did. He loved his mama during
That's
that.
true. Y'all do have that in common.
We
do
do.
have the letter T, and y'all both. I feel like if you were to go in the Hall of Fame, you would probably spend an obscene amount of time like he did, carrying on and on and on about your mama. So y'all do have that going. That
Yep.
you know, the
I
hairdo under the hat.
love no one. I'm just a natural heel.
Yes, Rob doesn't love. He doesn't even like anyone really, much less love anybody.
It's funny because in our shoot world, Gene comes to meetings with me, and he just every time he's like, Jesus Christ, this fucking guy. How he's not in jail for telling people to. I mean, I just politely tell people you can go fuck yourself, and Gene is the one who tells people you can fuck all the way off. And so, I'm just a heel. I'm just a heel. BT's a natural heel too.
No, I'm babyface.
You are
Hashtag
not
babyface.
You
Rob's
are not
new.
babyface.
Rob's new heel move. He's sort of stolen your catchphrase, BT, but at the end of every meeting, he says, "I love yo mama," and then he bolts out before he might get mad. Like, got us again.
Your mama.
Yeah.
Hell, BT, I've legally been somebody's daddy in 17 states one time.
Good God.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. All right, hey Gino, what's happening today? We've had a bunch of shit going on in Memphis over the week.
We're heading back to July the 18th, 1998, as we're already getting ready for our second big Mid-South Coliseum show, the Malice in the Palace. I didn't realize they said the date, but it didn't occur to me until they started talking about this Tuesday. I'm like, oh shit, it's already time again. It snuck up on us. But before we get to all that, some big happenings took place. I don't know if this is what you may be alluding to, but right out of the gate, Dave Brown lets us know he wants to congratulate our boy Corey Macklin. Now, it's funny because Dave had a quite slip of the tongue here. Instead of saying for this week, for the third time, he said, for the third time this week, Corey Macklin's wife had a baby. She had cranked out 3 babies this week.
And all of them was named Corey.
Corey's like, oh, no, I wasn't in there that much.
Is this the only one that's not named Corey?
Yeah, this is Caleb Macklin, 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Everybody's doing good. The old lady's fine. So we having a good time here on Power Pro Wrestling. And of course, enough with the pleasantries. They had to get right out of that, right into what's going on. Of course, the escalating war between Jerry the King Lawler and Randy Hales. And they promised us a recap of last week's wild angle where Lawler smashed Randy's windshield in. Thank God Randy wasn't using his car to make a living back then, because he would have had a rough week that week. But then we seen some, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so we got the fallout from all that going on. They promised us this week the main event is going to be Brian Christopher, the Too Sexy Man, is going to be taking on the Birdman Coco Beware. They warned us that Brandon Baxter and Heinrich Franz Keller is going to be here, and Streak will be appearing later. And Dave lets us know that we were supposed to see the Rock and Roll Express in action, but just like Corey Macklin, Ricky Morton's old lady had a baby this week. Would that be Carrie Morton, his kid that's wrestling now?
Yeah,
I would think so.
Right.
Well, that sounds right.
I thought about the time frame. I'm like, well, I know Ricky's got more than one kid, but that would probably be.
Well, he really started that School of Morton stuff back in 15, 16. He would have been around 18, 19, 20 at that point. Whenever they did the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez interview with Ricky and they were sitting on the porch, Kerry was jumping on that trampoline and he was a little kid then. And that was around 2010, 11. So yeah, dude, that would have been straight up.
I remember Kerry being at the Charlotte thing and like, I don't know, 2011, 12. And Ricky let him like sing the national anthem when he was, like 9, 10 years old.
Well, let's talk about that a minute. You mentioned Charlotte. You're going. Is that right? We're going to be in Charlotte this year. BT?
Yes.
BT, we're going to have to do the show.
Oh, yeah, I know. We got it. We got it. Well, I think we can do it.
I hear y'all are pretty excited.
Do I have to this shirt gives me special pod power, right?
That's right. That's right.
I'm good.
Hey, Rob, all you got to do is show up, brother. I got you.
As long as I can roll with somebody.
BT's like, I'm going to show these folks how you do a Power Pro podcast.
If you've ever watched one of my fucking shows, I don't know how to lead shit. So here we go. All right. So all
he's like, watch out, Randy. It's going to be a tough one next week. I'm in charge.
So all this is happening now. We've got established angles with Lawler and Randy Hales. We've got Brian Christopher in there. And we've got where is Billy Joe Tramel?
He's just coming out in random tag team matches that really don't mean anything.
And hey, Spell, tell us what happens to people when they call you Spell and not the Streak.
You got to shake the paint can up.
Okay, and then
that's it. You just hear that Krylon can rattling around.
When you started that, I didn't know where we were going. When you started that movement,
I swear to God, hey, brother, y'all call me Spellbinder again. I swear to God, I'm gonna rip your head off. I'm gonna shit down your neck right here. And he turns to walk away. And Corey's like, what? Spellbinder's being an asshole today. And he's like, yeah, what a dick. And then now he's just standing there doing this with his paint can, basically, because now he looks like a goof because he didn't make good on his promise to kill him. So, yeah, but he doesn't paint streaks down people's back. As he pointed out, he paints white stripes.
Streak stripe.
So he should have been called Stripe, like the gremlin. So right out of the gate, we hear from Kid Wicked. And he admits that he suffered his first defeat last week, but this morning he's teaming up with that jabroni, Derek King. Now, listen to this. We're going to hear a little bit of Tony's pre-match promo, and then we're going to see a little bit of action of Robert Gibson and Bill Dundee. I guess these would be the Rock and Roll Superstars instead of the Rock and Roll
There
Express.
you go.
I took up for Tony last week, or Kid Wicked, because I said, hey, Brian got a little out of pocket with him. He shouldn't have said some of those things he said. It was kind of overboard. But then Tony comes out and does more of this shoot bullshit. Listen to this promo. We'll talk about it on the other side, and then I'll be like, I'm going to take back everything I said about Brian's promo last
week. Listen up. About 3 months ago, I told each and every one of you marks that I was going to get myself over, and I was going to do it in a wicked way. Well, last week, unfortunately, I suffered my first defeat at the hands of Brian Christopher and a chain. And a chain, I might add. So, this week, they got me booked with a partner like Derek King, with a partner that is a jabroni. Derek, I'm no jabroni. Listen, we got a tough match today, and I'm telling you right now, you better keep your end of the bargain. Too sexy
see Brian Christopher, Coco Beware. A huge main event coming up right here today on the Power Hour.
And don't forget, Brandon Baxter will be here. Streak is going to be here a little bit later on today. Baxter will have Heinrich Franz Keller with him, too. Hey, I mentioned Robert Gibson, the other half of the Rock and Roll, Rick Morton, the other half of the Rock and Roll Express, is not with Robert Gibson today. And the reason is, must be catching, Corey, because Rick Morton became a father just a few days ago, too.
Congratulations to Ricky, yeah.
So he's with a new family, but Rick assures us he will be here for the Malice in the Palace event at the Coliseum Tuesday night at 7:30.
Oh, no doubt about it. It's this Tuesday night. If you don't have those advance tickets,
whoa!
High in the air, boy, he dropped him. And look at Mr. Personality.
And it turns out to be wild sometimes, especially with those two guys going at each other. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Slams them right into each other, Mr. Personalities and Kid Wicket. There goes Derek King, and there he goes again. Big body slam from Dundee and Gibson. Boy, they work together well here, Dave.
They sure do.
2, 3, he got it. Robert Gibson.
Happy to have him as his partner, and look at this. Now the two partners having trouble, but Mr. Personalities just shoves him back as if to say, hey, where were you? He was out on the floor. That's where he was. Look out from behind.
From behind, Kid Wicket dives off the canvas. Slams Derek King on a reverse neck breaker. Oh, my goodness.
Here's
on the concrete floor. Here comes Bruno on the...
Okay. Go ahead. You got your hand raised. Go ahead.
All right. So, 98, I'm digging the kayfabe terms. I'm digging the carny, okay? Because I'm 24. I'm digging the carny because I'm just really learning it too. Right?
Okay.
But I saw no reason for him to use the terms like he did. There was no reason for that. Number 2, this is when Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton had the NWA on the back of their trunks. So this is when all that had went down with WWF at that point, when they were doing the NWA invasion angle, the tradition rules thing, I think is what it was called. Is that right?
Yeah.
So this is around that time. Dundee with the double drop kick. That was pretty fucking good. This match was fine. And Derek King takes the best drop kicks of anybody I know, or best backdrops of anybody I know.
I love the way he was selling. He did the backdrop, then took his hand and kind of, I don't know, man. It was just awesome the way he slid on the mat afterwards and everything. Just like you said, best big. I always put big backdrop when I'm talking about Derek King, and I think people called that. That's what they called it in the ring. Big backdrop, Derek. But yeah, I like this stuff. Got to wait for a while before we get the big match between these two guys. But, man, I can't wait to see them in the ring against each other a little bit more. So
in there.
What did you think about the pre-match promo from Kid Wicked?
Not a fan. I got to be it. If you put me in 1998, I would have said, damn, he's saying that shit on television. But now it makes me go, ugh.
Hold on. 98. Internet is pretty prevalent. We're still on dial-up modem. Some of us have ISDN at that time. The wrestling business at that point is not dead yet. It's not insider shit. I remember the Pro Wrestling Online Museum was where I went in 98 to go look at stuff and just see kind of what was going on. So the question comes up, what killed the business? Did the internet kill the business, or did shit like this that added to the internet kill the business? What killed the business? And I know that's not a topic for today. I'm just saying that wasn't needed, and I understand exactly why BT wasn't a fan, because BT knows if you expose everything, you're going to kill BT's business at that time, because that's what BT's business is, to get you inside but not get you smartened up. He called it, first thing he started out the gate, all you marks out there.
Yeah, it only appeals to it in 98, which is a small smattering of people who know that that's an inside term. So the people who know it, like BT, who's been reading the newsletters, roll their eyes and are like, this asshole. And then other people are like, indifferent. Like, you know, the average fan is like, okay, Mark.
Well, so really, an average fan might not even know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the
So-
part. Yeah.
Which is even worse because it's the
Yeah,
average fan that you need to talk to coming in to see your ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the ones who get it are rolling their eyes, and the ones who don't. So what was the point? But that was me. Like I said, I felt bad for him last week when Brian said some of the stuff he said, and then he goes, "All right, you Marks, I said I was going to get over." And I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's dropping more insider wrestling terms than Rob in a training class right now. And but I'm like, at least I'm amused in that circumstance. But
I told him live today. I told him live today on a show we do BT live for our shoot job. I told Gene on there. I said, yeah, everybody needs to buy that little gimmick right there. And then I said, then I said that there's nothing real but the money and the miles. And then I said, what else did I say? Oh, I said at the end of it, I always say I give him the pencil and he takes me home.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just that put me out right in the beginning. Here's something else I want to bitch about. Some people are say, "Boy, Gene's been an asshole lately." But do you guys remember back to? Well, I'm not the one usually like going in on shit too bad.
I'm glad I'm between you two because if you two got together on the screen, there'd be a damn cat fight. There'd be a damn cat
fight.
Between our two, woo.
Do you guys remember
Robb sandwich
a couple of weeks ago? Before the match at what was that one? The river, blast off at the Dome or whatever.
Yeah.
Before the Jackie match, when Derek's wrestling Tony Falk and Jackie's in his corner, and he's over as any baby face on that show. The whole studio is solidly behind him. And I was like, damn, guys, I don't know what their plan is. Like, well, I do know what their plan is, but like, I would change it and roll with him as a babyface because he's as over as anybody could be as a babyface right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they carried out their plan. He was a heel through the thing with Jackie. Jackie beats him. We haven't seen Derek other than just a faceless person in the Battle Royal at the Rumble on the River. We ain't seen him on TV in like 2 or 3 weeks now.
Wasn't he a German in the Battle Royal?
Yeah, he was opposite. He was Derek Von Kang. And
Derek Von Kang.
Before we get too far out of pocket. So he disappears for 2 or 3 weeks. We haven't even heard from him. He's done nothing with him. He was one of the most over guys on the show a few weeks ago. We've done nothing with him. Now he shows back up, heel partner of Kid Wicked. Now they have Kid Wicked turn on him when we've drained every bit of juice out of this baby face. No one gives a shit. You heard nobody was reacting really for much in that match. And then when Tony turned on him, they were like, eh. So I don't know. I felt like
freaking Marks. They don't know. He said he was getting over y'all.
Yeah, well, Marks. He's getting over at the expense of Derek King. But last week, Brian was getting over at the expense of Kid Wicked. So
I did like the neck breaker on the floor, though. It looked good.
Hey, that ass bump hurt, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you compress your spine.
And if you're wanting Derek.
If you're wanting to book a good feud for the Young Guns division, that's your best bet. That's your best bet right there. So I'm on board for that. All right, now
we don't have Young Guns yet, right? They're not called that.
Yeah, they've been called that
since day one. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't have their little trophy anymore because Brian broke that.
Brian broke the trophy.
We haven't got a belt. There's going to be a belt turn up here eventually. I don't remember how far into it is.
Okay.
I remember Derek bringing it to Corinth, and it was a WCW TV title replica belt that somebody had sanded down and painted Young Guns on it. It looked okay on TV, but when you saw it right there in your hand, you're like, Jesus, that's what we're doing?
Kind of like that Mid-America title that I really like.
Yes. Oh, my God, that thing's so poorly made. So right now, we're going to go up to the control room and get us a quick heel promo for Mr. Randolph Hales.
Is due here sometime today. So let's go up to the control room for Randy's statement right now. Randy?
For everybody that has followed Jerry Lawler's career throughout the years, I come before you as the founder, owner, and president of Power Pro Wrestling to offer my sympathy to the fans. The end of a successful era with the end of the career of Jerry Lawler. After we come back from this break, we will show you a videotape from last week after Monday Night Raw when Jerry Lawler's career was finished forever. Being the nice guy that I am, I've allowed Jerry Lawler the opportunity to come to this television station today to say his final goodbyes to the few fans that he has left. We'll be back after this break to see that videotape and to hear from Jerry Lawler.
Come on, Cornette, we're on a schedule. Are we shooting anything or not?
Just hold on 1 second. Just hold on. Please hold on. Have patience, Terry. Have patience. Hold on. I'll tell you just in a second. Hey, he's coming. Shoot this right now. Shoot this right now. Not too close to me, though. I want evidence on this. Hey, Lawler, I got to ask you a question. What do you think you're pulling down there in Memphis? I told you somebody was going to get even with you for what you did to Kane and what you did to me. You baseball batted Randy Hill's car. They're going to put you away. You're a criminal.
What are you doing? You like doing an interview here for TV?
I have a camera here because I want to make sure you don't assault me, and I have to sue you because they're going to put you away sooner or later, big king of Memphis.
Is that right? How about if I put you away for me?
Now, wait a minute. Get up. Film that side.
That's the Giant King there.
Boy. Set up by Cornette is what happened on that thing,
No
Dave.
doubt, and Randy had to have that put together there. I'm really disappointed in Randy for
Isn't that something?
being a part of
Get
that.
out of the way, Missy. You're going to get hurt. He ain't
Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy. Lawler caught between the wall and that door. There's one of the directors of WWF Raw, Dave. There.
That's
she's there.
Absolutely an uncalled for situation right there.
He's caught between a door and a hard place.
So it felt so weird. Why did Corey point out, oh, there's one of the directors of Monday Night Raw? Dave, is that somebody we should know? Like, I just felt odd that he even pointed that out.
What were we doing there? I love that because I'm a fan of that because that we shouldn't have seen that. That's a behind the scenes. We shouldn't see it. I like this. I like that spot, and having Cornette made it credible as shit.
I feel like Cornette and Lawler got together and like, all right, we need to shoot something for Power Pro. But this freaking guy is so limited. What the hell can we have him do that won't look like absolute shit? He can't punch. He can't do anything impressive. And then probably Cornette's like, well, there's a door over there. What if he just choked the shit out of you, put you behind the door, and just slam the door on you a couple of times? And Lawler's like, well, he can't screw that up, I don't guess. Yeah, let's roll with it. So they get Mongoloid Brad Garrett to come in there and slam him behind the door a couple of times, and there you go. Now we've got a big setup for our big match at the Malice in the Palace.
I mean,
what about?
It felt special to me. With it being backstage, like Rob said, at Raw, it felt like they, it made the match feel more special than it really. Who wants to see Giant King against Lawler kind of thing? But Lawler was always good against the big guys. So when I see Raw, they're taping it after Raw. I thought that was done really well. So I was a big fan of that.
What'd you think about the promo from the control room before we get there from Randy?
I did.
Go ahead,
BT.
Well, here's what I wrote down. Why not pre-tape this?
Right.
I had a problem because he made a couple mistakes, and then he, why not? Why not just pre-tape it, play it, and we got no mistakes? That's, I know that they've done that a lot. It's live, and they've always done it that way. But I really think it would have come off better if he would have done that.
Pre-tape would have been better there because you're in the control room. Nobody from downstairs is seeing what's going on up there anyway. So,
who brought a camera up? Yeah.
Right. So, secondly, is he reading off of a teleprompter? Because he or is he legit fucking cross-eyed? Because
this felt like
I couldn't tell.
I was worried somebody was going to decapitate him at the end of this because this felt like one of those hostage videos where they're having to read something against their will. And at the end, they all, you know what I mean? Like,
I also wrote, Rob just said that, but I wrote, over here, Randy, look over here.
Well, for the record, I want it on the record. I didn't say anything mean like that.
I didn't say it mean. I just said
it felt like a hostage video, and B, this was the official debut of the line that he would make famous as
owner, founder, and president.
Coincidentally, there's no relation to that on why I introduced BT that way every show that I've done with BT for the last umpteen years now. Totally coincidental, but there it is.
I feel like part of me feels like Randy is kind of like Dusty right now. Randy has gotten a taste of everybody hating his ass again, and he's liking it, and he's putting himself over. And I'm going to say right there that needed to be a pre-tape, so I wish I had 4 hands so I could give it 4 thumbs down.
The Banafev Power Pro Wrestling, it does not fade.
I
a
didn't see that
king
coming.
of beating off and a guy with can. Well, all right. So Randy told us before we went to that clip that we were about to see the end of Jerry Lawler's career. So we're going to watch a video, but this one we're going to be able to talk during it. This is Jerry Lawler arriving
Camera set up. Yeah, there.
at the studio in the parking lot.
There's
in a wheelchair,
Stacy with
neck
a
brace.
car. He's got a neck brace on it. Oh,
Clearly, this is a
Good
serious
God.
situation, guys.
What in the world?
Oh, I'm
And his
sorry.
arms
I
in
was
a
looking at
cast?
Stacy. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Jerry.
Oh my! Well, I haven't seen Lawler.
I love
since last
that.
week
Oh,
with a windshield breaking incident,
my.
and all of a sudden, he
You think
posted
that motherfucker
to
went
Raw
around
on,
Memphis like that?
on Monday night, and
Oh, he was slapping that on as they were
we'd heard
bringing the
about
camera up
Yeah,
the
as
door.
he's bringing-
They're like, hold on, let Lawler get his
The
neck brace
videotape of
on
it
and get out of the
was going
car,
on
and then we'll
Giants King
set him in the
that,
wheelchair.
Randy introduced at Rumble on the River. down
This
in
cracks
July
me
4th.
Why don't
up.
you let the other guy roll him in?
Yeah,
Bring
it's
Coco or
because
whoever
it's
that
so
was.
difficult
Maybe we can
to
get-
take a wheelchair through there. I'm thinking to myself,
here and get a comment or two
you don't
from,
have any
Jerry and Stacey about the
accessibility
situation. I have a
whatsoever.
feeling he is not
They didn't even
for
check to see if they
people
had a
with
clear
wheelchairs.
path.
when he comes
Like,
to
just
Nobody
let
even
poor
opened
Stacy
the
try
door
to wheel
for
him
him.
through.
No, they didn't.
Tuesday night, and I don't know. I hope Jerry can.
Well,
I don't know.
I got to back you through all our tapes.
I don't
There's
either.
the tape
But no
library.
wonder
This is
Randy-
where
Now, I
Eric
like
Henry
the
cut
shit out of
promo
this.
with Michael St. John on USWA
I like it because
recently.
it's behind the
But
scene,
no
dude.
wonder
We
he
got
locked himself
coffee.
in the booth after this, right here. Still
There's a
trying to
bathroom
get,
back
Jerry
there
this
somewhere
way.
where
Sort of
Brian
difficult,
Christopher blew it up and almost
in
cost him
in
the
in
station.
the wheelchair, but
Probably doing it right
nearby.
then as this happened, as a
So,
matter of fact.
okay,
This is so uncomfortable. They're just like having to just
studio
ramble. Like,
right now. Here
well,
they go. They're
speaking
bringing
of
him
shit,
in.
we should have pre-taped Corey.
Let me come around here and talk to him for just a minute.
It takes that long to get into the studio. From
I
that
know,
to
it's pretty sad. And it's
When you're
because he's
going
in a
through an obstacle
wheelchair.
course in a wheelchair, it is.
Don't come to the
I like that because it was
Studio
showing
with
kind
the
of
wheelchair.
behind the scenes there.
It's
I
a
like that.
disgusting sight after seeing
I
what
like
we
it
saw,
behind the
Eric.
scenes, if you
And,
know what I
Stacey,
mean.
We just saw the videotape of what happened after Raw the other night.
Well, you know, I mean, that you say that's a disgusting sight. Well, I want to tell you that this right here to me is an embarrassing sight. I'm at a loss for words as far as the situation with Randy Hales. Why Randy Hales doesn't want me to be a part of Power Pro Wrestling was beyond me. I don't know why Randy Hales had to go out and find this 7'4" freak and crown him as the new king of Memphis is something that I don't understand. But now, Randy Hales, you know, I guess you've accomplished your goal. I guess you're going to go ahead on Tuesday night.
Speaking of freak, I saw some photos of Stacy one
and
time.
the biggest smile on your face down there with your new company, Power Pro Wrestling. And
Put him in the Google Drive.
There's Randy.
There he is. That's the man right there, y'all.
Over like road.
Randy?
This is just pitiful.
Yes,
I
it is.
agree. I agree with you, Randy.
And
Pitiful.
It's all your fault.
I agree.
I don't feel sorry for you, Jerry Lawler, and
No, I
I
don't
don't feel
either.
sorry for Stacy, because what the whole thing is, Lawler, that you should have realized your time is up. You should have realized
My time
when
is
I
not
crowned
up.
the new giant.
time
You
is
should have
up.
looked at him 7 foot tall, and no, you didn't have a chance, but you were sitting at your house on Wanted Grove Road, Lawler, and
Oh,
your
shit.
ego is
That's
so
a shoot
huge.
address,
You
by the way.
came in
Yep.
and you busted the most important TV show that I ever done in my life, and now you tried last week, you busted my windshield, and so you paid. I don't feel sorry for you.
can't
If
Uber.
you'd have gone out the way you should have gone out, if you should have just called it quit when it was time to call it quit, that would have been out. And now I feel sorry for the people that supported you for the years, because now you're a joke. You're a joke in that thing. So I
Oh.
gave you the opportunity to be here. Now,
You're not going to
get
believe
out of
I'm
my
saying this,
studio.
Gene.
Get out of my studio. That's
Randy.
But I love this.
Randy,
I absolutely loved Randy,
Randy.
in this.
Yeah. This
Are
came
you
off
real proud
better
of
than the
yourself right
earlier
now?
thing.
I mean, do you
Oh,
feel like you've
so
accomplished
good to
everything you
be.
set out to do?
Well, I'm just doing what I think I have to do, and you not being a part of Power Pro Wrestling is the best thing for this company. It's the best thing for this company, and you could have just gone out, but it's your fault. It's not my fault.
There's no question, guys. He's a heel, right? I mean, there's no question.
We've dug in at this point,
I got important stuff to do here, and I got to go back to the booth.
That's right. He's important.
Okay, so now you think that you have a new king for Power Pro Wrestling, right?
7 foot tall.
7 foot
the
tall.
most awesome wrestler ever.
Most awesome.
And you think that by making that telephone call to Jim Cornette and having that big goof jump me up in New York, you think that finished me off, right?
That finished you off. You started it. You broke the windshield. You could have killed me with the bat, man.
Well, you know what? You got it wrong, Randy. I didn't start it. You started it by trying to crown a new king. But I'm going to tell you something.
No, quit looking at my wife's titties.
But you know what, Randy? I'm going to finish it. Because, look, you know what? There's an old saying. You can't keep a good king down. And I want to show you a little something, Randy. Look at this.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What? Wait a minute, Randy Hale. What? That's not a real king.
I love this. There's only one thing I hate about this whole thing.
He's going to need a new
Fix his sin.
buttons are flying off his shirt.
And I want to ask you guys why. Why must he rip his pants?
Be careful there.
Oh, boy.
This is taking an uncomfortable amount of time, too.
It is.
He almost gave him the Scott Melton there.
Lawler's trying to get him. Well, he's got him stripped down to the boxer shorts there. And please, King, that's far enough.
That was a shoe bump, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, Randy stripped.
Fell on his ass. Or face.
Boy, Jerry, the fans say. The King with a little misdirection here for Mr. Hales. Takes control of the situation, and somehow we were wondering,
let me tell you something, Macho Dave.
Goodness, is this the way it's going to end? What about Tuesday night? But I guess you
I'll save this neck brace. We may need it sometime.
That's right, instead of a towel, because usually they use a towel.
Tuesday night, it is going to be over.
I got that one from Andy Kaufman.
The world will realize.
Oh, that's why I thought it was real. He's actually using a neck brace and not a towel.
I am him.
I am him.
And Randy Hale.
Go take this wheelchair.
There's some handicapped person sitting on the floor back there somewhere they took that wheelchair from.
I swear to God, you'll leave the Mid-South Coliseum in this chair. I promise you that.
I want to agree with you, but it's just so hard to get into the tapings in a wheelchair. I'm not sure.
Well, he's sitting out on the ground on this.
He rented it at some hospital supply place. He's got to take it back.
We'll be back. There's lots more of them.
Go to a break now.
Let's go to a break. Let's.
Step inside the Neutral Corner Lounge, grab a drink, and pull up a chair. You might know the faces and you definitely know the names, but you don't know the real story. Welcome to Beyond Wrestling, hosted by me, Robb Helt. Every episode, we sit down with some of the biggest and even smallest personalities in the business. But there's a catch. We leave the squared circle at the door. We're not talking about angles, road trips, or title runs. We're talking about real life. I try my best to give you the person behind the persona. We dive into their hidden passions, their off-the-clock lives, and what actually makes them tick when the cameras stop rolling and the boots come off. If you want to know who these people really are when they aren't playing a character, this is the only place to be. Even the Dream knows what's up over here at Beyond Wrestling. Tell them about it, Dream. Subscribe to Beyond Wrestling with Rob today on YouTube or your preferred podcast platform, if you will. Find all the great content that they providing over there at Jackson Media Creation at RetroWrestlingArchive.club. You step into the lounge, them boys will save you a seat. You can come in here, you get funky like a monkey in the Neutral Corner Lounge, baby.
Check out Kayfabe Cave. We are a destination for wrestling fans. Come see our museum area featuring ring-worn memorabilia and collectibles. We carry figures, cards, belts, and much more. We take pride in bringing you the rarest and most unique meet and greet opportunities. Please follow us on social media at Kayfabe Cave. Remember, keep it kayfabe.
Tired of the same boring wrestling podcast? Need something with attitude, chaos, and maybe just a little cussing? That's stspod.club, and we got it all covered. We've got wrestling weirdness with WTF News Desk, 5-minute time limit, and the Southern Fried Brain of me, BT, stirring the whole ship. We also have rolling into Memphis every week about the current Memphis wrestling. Interviews, hot takes, and wrestling outrageousness so wild it might get you banned in 12 states. That's right, it's SDSpod.club or search all podcast catchers for Shooting the Shiznit, where wrestling podcasts grow chest hair. Not sure what that meant. Love my mama.
A lot to talk about there.
Well,
I need Eric Embry right now. God, I need Eric Embry in Power Pro.
Look here, man.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Let me tell you why I'm a fan. I got to see for the first time right there the back of TV5. I never got to see that shot where they went through where the tapes are and you saw where the thing. I never got to see them go through that like that.
That's fair.
I like that behind the scenes shit.
I want to know. I'm honestly why, and wrestling does this, and Memphis seems to. Why must they rip pants off? Why did he rip the pants? Other than that, y'all gonna. I knew as soon as this happened, y'all say BT's gonna rip this to shreds. Guess
like
what?
Pants.
Just like the pants.
Yes. I love y'all did the same joke. I love this. I love Randy's presentation. I love the King.
But BT,
I love him. I loved it.
But BT, when they pull the pants off, it's supposed to be embarrassing to you.
I know that, but
your boxers. But we all know that somebody like you would not understand that because you walk around on a cruise ship. You'll just go start.
Yeah, that's true.
If I say a certain name with the initials PN, you'll just immediately strip off the shirt. You'll go sans pants walking around Jonesboro. Everybody knows who you are. It's no big deal. The last time I saw it, they did it to JD Costello.
But now Gene has been trying to tell me this the whole time we started with Power Pro. It's that raw influence in that crazy. This looked like maybe Stone Cold and Vince McMahon thing. Is what it kind of reminded me of. And if you take it to that and say that's what they're trying to do, they're trying to do something outrageous. I had a good time with it. I thought it was funny, and I had no problem with it whatsoever.
Well, I mean, we need to think about something here too. Were you going to say something there, Gino?
Well, I was just going to say that, BT doesn't realize that you told everybody after you went to his house and did the interview that he was Winnie the Pooh in it under the desk there, that he had no pants on or anything.
No,
when he taped any of
that
these shows.
motherfucker was saying he didn't even have underoos on.
That's what I'm saying.
Winnie the Pooh.
He was flat ass American dreaming that shit when we were in that motherfucker. He said off the air I needed to refer to him as BT the Dream. Hey, so here's my question.
Yes.
So we're in 1998 right now. It's been less than a year, or has it been a little longer than a year that Larry Burton came in and fucked all these people over?
A little over a year because he
Little
came
over a year.
in early '97. We're July of '98.
So that taste is still in their mouths of what happened there.
Yeah.
And so I think Lawler and Randy doing what they're doing is kind of a look. We've known each other for this many years. We know what's going to draw in the territory. Jerry wants to work at home. He still wants to be on top in Memphis. I think that it needs to be the two of them. It's the same thing as Jerry telling Eric, in 91, go over there and do or 89, whatever, go over there and do what I'm telling you to do because I can trust you. So I think that's why this is all going like this. I'm a fan of it, to be honest with you. 24 years old, I'm a fan of it.
I got nothing against it. Like one thing that caught me, I've always learned that too, BT, like, especially like I understood kind of like, Junkyard Dog pulls Jimmy Hart's pants off and he's got the little
showing the Hart boxers.
You're humiliating the manager or whatever. That's okay. Like I really couldn't understand in Memphis why they had that back alley street brawl that it would be like a man and a woman team up against another man and a woman, and they had to strip their opponents both naked. I'm like, I'm so mad at you. I'm going to strip you naked. Like, what? That never happens in life.
I've got heat. I've got heat right now with Randy, though, because I want to know where is Paula Bunyan?
In the Youngton, sir. That's where she's at. Where else?
But why have we not booked Paula?
There's only been one person ever in the history of the world say that right there. Ask that question.
Yeah, you were the only one concerned.
Well,
one other thing before we move past this, I have a question.
Is she still alive
now in 2026? I have no idea. She's probably at work right now.
If somebody can find me Paula Bunyan from the Yunkin, I want to talk to her. If somebody can find me Paula Bunyan, I'll give you $100. I'll Venmo you $100.
Challenge accepted, sir.
Me too. Hell, I'm the unemployed.
I'll give you $100 to find me Paula Bunyan and get her in contact.
Somebody call Mike Needham. He's the one that knows where. He's the one that knows where all these people are. Mike, if you're listening to this right now, I know you are at some point.
Yeah.
So I made one reference in there. I don't know if everybody caught it, but I said it looked like Lawler almost gave him the Scott Bowden. He hooked
where he was going to see, almost pulled it all the way off,
and Randy yanked him back. Now, was that a rib or was that an accident? Because I don't know if y'all remember, but in 1995, Tex Slazenger turns on Scott Bowden, and he yanks his pants down. And as he's doing it, Scott drops ass first to the floor because he has grabbed his pants and his boxers and yanked them both down. And Scott drops, and his shirt's hanging down over his front, and the camera was angled just right, and it didn't get it.
I've always wondered something, Gino. This asks. I wish Josh was here because I really wanted. You could pose this on USWA if you want, and that is, if a man is wearing boxers and he gets his boxers exposed, what's the big deal? It's no different than wearing shorts outside. Right. What's the deal with a woman if her brassiere and her underoos are exposed versus wearing a bikini at the beach?
Yeah, it's fair.
What is the fucking difference? So why does that draw embarrassment and or heat? I'll let you guys talk.
We'll pose that question.
Went off the rails.
We're going to pose that question in the room. If you're watching this, wherever you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube,
we didn't go off the rails, BT. What we did was we were referring back to why do they pull the pants down?
Yeah. Give your opinion. If you're watching this on YouTube, Rumble, wherever you're watching this, go to the comments. We'd love to know why is that? Because that's the thing in life, not just wrestling.
I'll watch the comments live. Sometimes I respond, and sometimes I've got it on full screen over here because I'm watching what Gene's showing us, and I don't see the comments, and we don't want to put them up because I find that to be distracting. Yeah. So go ahead, Gene. Sorry. I just wanted to add that out there. What's the fucking difference?
Because that's the thing in life. Like, a lady could be somewhere where it's okay to be in a bikini top, but if she walked in there in her bra, all hell breaks loose.
All hell, yes, and I don't understand. So it never embarrassed me to be showing boxer. I'll be honest with you. I've gone to Kroger in my boxers. It does. Okay. It's not embarrassing to me. So I go back to BT's question of why do they insist on pulling the pants down? Because I think at that time it was so taboo, so to speak. Yeah. Like a bra and panties match. What's the difference than watching two mud wrestlers in bikinis? I think it's all fucking degrading. So whatever.
Good call.
I'm not.
All right. So then we go into Dave Brown goes into selling the Malice in the Palace. We see a promo for it. We know we're going to see Lawler against the Giant King. We couldn't push it till he jumps out of the wheelchair and he has a miracle.
That's right.
So we spoiled it.
They should have brought fucking Benny Hinn in there for Benny Hinn to do some shit.
I can't believe that was never a gimmick. I mean, I guess they got so much pushback on Brother Love, they didn't have the nerve to try that one. But I can't believe some little like Southern indie somewhere wasn't crazy enough to try that.
Oh my God.
We're going to have Brian Christopher against Rocky Maivia, The Rock. We're going to have the first Power Pro Tag Team Champions crowned. All kinds of good 12 big matches, but with a tournament, that's to be expected. So it's not like there's only, that many different people. But like I said, when you asked earlier, here's Billy Joe Travis. He's teaming with Bulldog Reigns, taking on Lance Jade and Ashley Hudson in a match. Just
in there.
A clip of it because why would I? Of course, Billy Joe still got the guitar, and
is Smokey still pissed at you?
No, he's all right.
He was mad at you last week because you had him. He said, "I'll just give you a whole fucking show. Here you go."
Yeah, I gave him the week off, and then he calmed down because Benny was fucking up, and
he's so mad at BT. He's so mad at BT right now. I'm surprised we still have a show.
Well, I told him he's going to be working with BT directly for a couple of shows next week, so we'll see how that.
Oh, I forgot about that, BT.
Let's talk about probably both quit. So then, and I don't have a clip of this either, I don't think. Randy interrupts from the control room in his tattered clothes, and he tells us that he's going to wrangle him up something to wear. I don't know if somebody's running down to the Goodwill or what, but they're going to find him some clothes, and he's going to come down there, and we're going to hear more from him.
He's going to expose the real Jerry Lawler.
The real Jerry Lawler.
Jerry O'Neill.
I shudder to think what that means exactly. Anyway, now y'all are gonna be a little upset with me right now. I didn't clip the Brandon Baxter promo with Heinrich this week because we like Trey Keller and all that jazz, but
I'm out.
Yeah. Well, there he goes.
There
he goes. All right. Now we've addressed the elephant in the room that's been happening. So for a while, Brandon Baxter, the thorn up his ass was he hated Randy Hales.
In America.
He pivoted to America, but Randy Hales was still in the mix a little bit. But now we realize, like, well, fuck, Randy's turned. We never resolved this. So now he comes out. And he apologized. Yeah, Randy immediately fired him. So he apologizes. Hey, turns out Randy Hales ain't so bad. And we're cool. And here's my German friend. And oh yeah, by the way, I've got a bandana on to prove how Okinawan I am. I'm not a fucking American. I feel like we needed this German character before we popped off all this I hate America shit and the feud with Creighton Armor.
Yeah, because we had no idea. We had no idea why he had turned anti-American. We had no clue, and nothing told us that. And if you remember Brandon from USWA, that was so not the case. So
yeah, and Keller comes off as like this real bad German character from a B movie, don't it? I mean, it's like it really comes off as if he played that German guy in that one movie that everybody watched, and they made for $10,000. So
and he has some because he told me, like, when me and him had some words a couple different times. Eventually we made good. But at one time when me and him were at it, I made fun of his lame German gimmick, as I put it. And he's like, I am German. My Keller is a German name. I have German heritage. Like, Shallon is a French name, but motherfucker ain't out here playing a Frenchman on Memphis TV on Saturday morning. Like,
my last name is German.
It's Helt.
Helt. Wenn ich kein Vöglein wärst, wäre ich keine Stunde in der Nacht.
Now, see, that was more convincing.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
That is more convincing than anything we've heard from. Trey Keller has sounded like a Saturday Night Live character that's not even supposed. It's not even he's trying to convince us.
You up?
Yeah,
it does. It
Hans
really
and Franz are more convincing than Trey Keller has been. It felt like a comedy character. It wasn't supposed to be, but with that goofy music, womp
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I just hate it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get past it. But Baxter challenges the Streak and Creighton Armor. And of course, he's still in the mix. And we'll talk more about that, I'm sure, when BT gets to what happens at the Malice and the Palace. I don't have a clip of this banger here with Heinrich Franz Keller versus the Yellow Jacket. I think you can figure out how that went. More forearm shots and a.
It's not Heinrich. You need to call him Heinrich. You need to get the on there.
All right. I'll try to get a little more.
I'll just call him
Flam built. Trey Keller. So yeah, I'll get some more phlegm built up next week so I can do that properly.
Phlegm.
And I don't have the clip of this. So I didn't get a lot. I didn't go crazy with the clips this week because we're seeing some, like, it feels like stuff we've seen. Street comes out and,
I'm not
a
buying
bullheaded idiot, Brandon Baxter, fat German.
Fat German? What the hell?
First time he said fat German, I thought he said something else, like English cigarette German. And I'm like, whoa, what did he say? And then he said it again, and he said fat German. I'm like,
English cigarette, like F-A-G.
Yeah, I thought that's what he said. I was like, what? Like, I know Tracy Smothers dropped that back in like 87, and Lawler dropped it in 79, but surely to God, Dale didn't drop it in 98. But no, he said fat, although I'm sorry, if Trey's fat, then the joke.
I know that was. I was like, what? What are you talking
But
about?
look at Spell. I mean,
that's right. Yeah,
everybody's fat compared to Dale in 98. So we'll give him that one.
We need to talk. Because Dale is in good with both of you guys. We need to talk to him, get him in here, maybe talk to us one week as we go through his Street character and just kind of think about get his thoughts on what he was thinking.
Yeah, before we say too much shit and you don't talk to him anymore. As of right now, he'll answer my call right now if I called him. But a couple more of these reviews. He's like, Gene, what's your fucking problem, bro? So then Streak wrestles Bo James, who we saw show up at Rumble on the River. This match is like, what? It can be counted in seconds. Streak gets the win. Paints over. I almost messaged Bo. I'm like, how mad was you when Dale painted over your fucking black T-shirt and singlet here?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, hey, man, what the hell are you doing?
That's a good question. And you know what? That's another good question I want to ask you guys. So I thought about this. I thought, what if the Streak thing? Because I watched him, he paints his shit. And when I get paint on my stuff, that shit ain't coming out. And so I want to know, what about blood? Because these guys that would juice up, like Tommy would have that shit all down the front of his tights. Tommy Rich, y'all.
Yeah.
If you couldn't infer. Tommy would have it all down the front of his tights. How did they get that shit clean? Knee lifts with the interns, when they would knee lift somebody, they would have it all over their tights. How did they get that shit clean?
In the sink, man. Hotel sink. We'd clean that stuff out. I know that's how they get the blood out. Now, the paint, I'm sure they had to do that too, but that's another...
Do y'all remember?
It's a bigger deal.
Y'all remember the yellow paint with Tojo?
Yes.
Okay. How are they cleaning this up? I'm just thinking to myself. I mean, the tar and feather with the Cairo syrup, BT.
That's worse than the paint. Because I figure you get water-based. You can get some water-based paint that's not. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but it still washes off.
We're talking 1984. Syrup. Remember when they did Hacksaw Butch Reed that way? They tar and feathered Hacksaw Butch Reed, and he had those feathers. How the fuck do they get all that off?
Shower.
And
then you're still, I'm sure after 5 showers, he gets in the car and whoever's around was like, I'm going to get some pancakes. You think IHOP's open?
Hey, BT,
all the way.
BT, I bet your former sponsor wasn't sticky.
Not at all. Not at all.
Here we go.
Well, we can't say that name because you're not getting paid for it now.
That's right. I don't say that name now.
They can fuck off.
All the way.
All the way off. Right, Mike? All right. So next up. Now, here's something that's been a theme in Power Pro that's been bothering me. I've pointed it out 2 or 3 different times now. Like, we've talked about how, especially there was like that 8-man tag team or that mixed 8-person tag match. Like, Bill would step through the ropes and it just punched in his face. And like, there's several times now that Bill's just have been made to look like a bitch for some reason. Well, here's one of those times. He's out here with a damn chain. Coco, beware, how come every time I see you, you're running away? And he's fixing to make the point that since you run away, I've got to chain you up. Before he can make that point, here comes
You know what
Kogo.
this is, brother? It's a chain. You know why? Because Mallet's in the palace. You're going to be on one end, and I'm going to be on the other end. Because every time I look
Yes,
at
she
you,
is.
you're running
That's Bill
away.
Dundee.
I got it. Here he comes.
Oh, my
Kogo,
bad.
beware.
It was the hair, I
The
guess.
hair was getting you, right?
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at this.
Oh,
Boom!
God
Drops
dang!
you. One
Everybody look
punch, wraps a chain around him, and drags him around the entirety of the studio.
Those pants, too. I would just get camouflage, not purple camouflage.
He borrowed them. I look like, I swear I've seen Billy Travis wearing those tonight.
He later on did just camo during Corey Mackin's version of Memphis Wrestling.
Billy gave them tights because they had two legs on them, and he don't do it that way.
I hate them going to the commercial where they're dragging him. I know it quits, but it would have been, here we go.
Jabroni.
It's the man.
Now the Rock's ready. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee.
Love
I
it.
hear there's a
I
punk
do
named
too.
Brian, been talking bad about me. Hey, finally it's a part of the show that everybody's been waiting for. Everybody wants to see The Rock. Is The Rock coming to Memphis? Well, I'll tell you what, Memphis, Tennessee, The Rock is finally coming this Tuesday to the Mid-South Coliseum. And I'm taking on a punk named Brian Christopher. You know Brian Christopher, The Rock hears things, of course, in this business, everybody does, on how you never lose in Memphis. You never lose in Memphis. You've got all those Memphis rednecks in the back of your pocket, and that's all fine and dandy with The Rock. But make no mistake about it, Brian Christopher. The Rock is 6'5", custom made from head to toe, 275 pounds of man and a half, as you can see. He's got the diamond-studded Intercontinental title. He's got the Rolex on his wrist, and he is, without a shadow of a doubt, the man. Brian Christopher, you may be a big shot down there in
good, but they were
Memphis
still
Power
great.
Pro Wrestling or whatever it is.
They were miles away than what he was doing a year and a half before in
of the
Memphis.
World Wrestling Federation, which means he is on top of that mountain.
That's the
And if you
thing.
think for
He
one
already
single
knows
solitary
Brian Christopher.
second,
He has
Brian
never been
Christopher,
from
too
Memphis, Mike
sexy,
Scavana,
that The
so
Rock is going
why-
to come into your
why is he
hometown.
not
Nah, it don't matter in
and
this
beat
world,
him,
in the
of course,
Power
with
Pro
all
world.
the fans, all the two sexy fans down there. Then as the old
Robert
saying
Fuller acted
goes,
like he wasn't
that
Robert Fuller, like he was
another
Tennessee
thing
Lee
coming.
a couple
So the
weeks
fact
ago.
of the matter is this. Brian Christopher, The Rock, this Tuesday night, Mid-South Coliseum. The Rock is going to come into Memphis, take his big right hand, and you know what that means, Brian. Well, it doesn't mean what you want it to mean. He's going to lay the smackdown on you in a major way. He's going to walk out of Memphis still the Intercontinental champ, and as we all know, the best Intercontinental champion there ever was.
There's The Rock.
Patterson?
Whoa, whoa. That sounded like he's got a major attitude, don't it?
Big time, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rock. I'm just the man to give you an attitude of
Brian
justice. And I plan on
Christopher.
giving it to you this Tuesday night. Did you hear
Sexy
how he
man.
badmouthed Memphis, Tennessee? Yeah, I heard all of that. Corey Macklin, I
heard all that.
everywhere I go around this country, everyone badmouths Memphis, Tennessee. They always ask me, Brian, why do you live in Memphis? Out of all the places you can live, why do you choose
That's my
Memphis,
oldest
Tennessee?
daughter.
Because they pour heavy at the bars, man.
Well, Rocky Maivia, I'm sure you're asking that same question. But I'm Memphis born and Memphis bred, and when I die, I'm going to be Memphis, Tennessee dead.
Hell yeah, baby.
Randy had to fed him that line. I've heard Randy Hill say that so
To
many
this
times.
day, Randy says it. He said it at the very
Yes.
beginning of the show that I did with him on Beyond Wrestling. He said, I'm Jonesboro born, Jonesboro bred, when I die, I'll be Jonesboro dead.
And if BT fucks with me, he'll be Jonesboro dead.
My God, Rob, we're going to go to lunch when you're here, but it's only going to be us. You can't bring a certain someone with you. I said, well, that motherfucker doesn't leave the house anyway. Shit.
Well, we're not going
This
over
is true.
there. Dude, like, I swear, like, Bill is out there with a dog collar trying to sell this match. Coco comes out, drops him with one punch, and drags him around the studio like a bitch. What are we doing to poor Bill? Right in front of his woman.
Well, you know what? That brings up a great segue and a good question. Let's go to our new segment, ladies and gentlemen. It's called What If BT Booked This Shit? Here we go, BT. What would you do differently with the Coco
Oh, this is going to get real racist.
I wouldn't have had it be a chain. I'd had it be a rope. And I would have had Coco jumped him, grabbed him with the noose, put it around his neck, and carried him all the way out to the fucking parking lot. It's what I would have done. And then Dundee would have Monday night wanted to get revenge, and the fans would have wanted to come out and see him get a revenge since he got noosed and drug all the way out there. So,
and that's booking with BT.
Thank you very much.
Good segment. Good segment. Dude, we got to get one of those.
Yeah, we're gonna get you some theme music
so we can bumper it in and out when he does it, because it's kind of like, what was it Chappelle used to do? The one that Paul Mooney would do, and it was like you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Paul Mooney was like,
I can't say what it was because
right. Yeah, that's what we need, some bumper.
Yes, we're gonna give him some bumper music, probably a graphic. But I want to cross Booker BT with Booker T, where he hits the five time Booker of the Year.
I swear to God, if you get BT to spin a Rooney, that's worth $500 on Venmo right now.
Find a body double.
Keep throwing that money out. I'll do a lot for money.
He's like, something don't change. I'm gonna be spin a Rooney in front of Walmart somewhere
in the back of Walmart.
Qualtus. But yeah. So, and again, kind of like what BT pointed out there, like if you are doing a hard sell for the match, cutting to commercial right in the middle of him dragging him around, and then you come back and it's just done. You don't get to hear Bill mad about it or nothing. Just like, oh yeah, I guess Dundee got dragged out to the parking lot and left for dead or whatever. Yeah, not the Rock that we would hear a couple of years later, but dude, I remember me and BT were looking at some USWA Flex Cavana promos about a year or so ago on one of his shows, and holy shit, he has come a long way, baby.
And that makes me, it begs a question though, right? We're in Memphis. Memphis has 780,000 people. We're in Memphis. Wrestling's still going. We're still here on a Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning. My question is, why would he not go ahead and recognize his past from just a year ago and say, Brian Christopher, I know you. I ran up and down the roads with you back when y'all had that jabroni gimmick Flex Cavana. The fuck is Flex Cavana? I am the Rock. Blah, 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 blah. And at least acknowledge that we're not trying to give you the wink and a nod, but a wink and a nod is the same to a blind horse, right? So, do the people care? Is it a different fan base? Do the people care? Do the people just know, and they've always known that it's been a wink and a nod?
You're not Flex Cavana. You're Rocky Maivia. You've never been to Memphis before. Don't even acknowledge that fucking place.
But we've already done Mick Memphis at this point, right? We've already done that.
But that was in Mick USWA. Like I said, Robert Fuller and Jeff Jarrett, the 100-time USWA tag team champions that was tag team champions for 2.5 years, acted like Robert Fuller was just his manager, Tennessee Lee. Oh, I heard they was having trouble down there, Memphis Double J. Oh boy, like, motherfucker, you're Robert Fuller. What are you doing?
Hey, that might be a question to ask Randy. Was he told not to mention, past?
And remember, it's always been pretty kayfabe about where you've been. You didn't come in and say, hey, I just got here from Bill Watts territory. I just got here from, you just didn't mention the other territories. And the only time you saw him was when it was on VTR. But my question is just very simply, it's what BT just said. Maybe I should ask that question and get that out there, because I just don't understand. To me, it feels like an insult of intelligence at some point.
I didn't see it. I really didn't even see it that way. I don't know why, but it's just like it's almost its own little universe where Power Pro's this, and we don't worry about what happened before. We're not going to worry about what happened after.
We being Brian Tramel?
No, just fans, wrestling fans. Power Pro is its own little animal. That's the way I look at it. So I didn't even think about him being Rocky Maivia, but I'm horrible about
him being Flex
chronological order. Hell, I might have thought he was Rocky Maivia after this.
He was Flex Cavana, and then he was Rocky Maivia, then he was Rocky Sucks, then he was, whatever, and then he went to The Rock. This is the very beginnings of The Rock. Very beginnings.
Yeah. To the fact that they're still calling him Rocky Maivia. Within a few months, they're going to drop that all together and just be The Rock. But we're just now really starting to get into The Rock portion.
They call me Robbie Onomatopoeia.
What's that? You do what on a who?
I didn't have Rocky Maivia. I was Robbie Onomatopoeia.
There you I'm not going to repeat that, but main event, Brian Christopher and Coco. And of course,
oh, redo that. Cut. Redo it. Who versus Coco? What?
Brian Christopher and Bill Dundee's daddy, Coco
Thank
Beware. And of course, we have a little bit of a match, and then Kid Wicked comes in and he tries to interfere, and shit gets messed up, and
we have a Donnybrook
disqualification. Now Dundee does show back up and attacks Coco, and they brawl, and that gives them a little preview of Monday night, and then we get to the real main event because we've changed the format. We all figured out the format after a few weeks of Power Pro. Like, all right, every show ends with whatever the main event is, and a big
going off the air,
big clusterfuck at the end, big schmoz brawl. Well, now we put that in the next to last segment because the last segment has to be Randy Hales and Jerry Lawler shenanigans segment. So here it is. Let's pull that up right now. And did you think that was all, folks? Do you think he was just going to get out of the wheelchair and that
coming
was it?
in live from the archive?
There we go.
Gadsden, Alabama. Here's the video.
Quite a day so far.
Weekly Randy Hales and Jerry Lawler hoopla. Wrap things up.
He's coming back. Randy.
Hey, he's got one of our shirts on, y'all. He's got one of our shirts.
Lawler has made a lifetime out of making mistakes. Let me tell you this. He's like a cat with 9 lives. He's always weaseled out of trouble.
Well,
let
You're
me
right,
tell you something.
Randy.
What you did today, Jerry Lawler,
Cat who
is
weasels.
the biggest mistake.
Cat weasel.
A cat weasel. We need a shirt that's got a cat weasel on
Cat
it.
Randy just created that.
Who did?
Randy just created that in 1998. Who knows?
A cat weasel. Here's what gets me is King wants to go out that way. He wants to go, but he ends up going the other way.
Jerry Lawler, the security's doing their job here. Why I tell the truth about the matter here? If you people would be quiet while I tell the situation, Tuesday night, Jerry Lawler's going to be beaten, battered, bloody. Is going to be crying. Tears coming down her eye, and she will realize.
Down her eye, just one eye.
Just one.
Over. That is what's going to happen Tuesday night.
Well, we'll find out Tuesday night at the Malice when he goes against the Giant King.
He's like, is that supposed to be what makes me run out? They're like, no. He's going to say something else.
Security there got him blocked off.
Hold on.
Like, what's the cue? What's the cue? He's going to say something about Stacy. That's the cue.
We want Jerry and cheering and booing me. Well, believe me, I'm the good guy in this situation. I'm not the heel.
That's right. He's not the heel, buddy.
But I can tell you this. You people don't know the true story about Jerry Lawler, the real personal story about Jerry Lawler, and you know it, Dave Brown, and I'll tell you what it is right now. If you believe Jerry Lawler's a good guy, ask his first wife. What a good guy he is.
I love this. I love
the
this.
2 sons that he didn't give a you-know-what about. Ask Jerry Calhoun. Ask Bill Dundee.
Ask the Yellow Jacket about not getting invited to Christmas because he went to go see the Great Muda at the Coliseum against
Come up
Flair.
on the street and ask about the situation with Stacy. What's the relationship with Lawler and Stacy? Well, let me tell you, Stacy is nothing more than a 2-bit.
Now wait a minute. We're not going to do that.
Stacy's mom had to come.
He's like, you were supposed to be out of here before I could have to say whore.
Doing this anyway. And look out.
He's getting dangerous since she was 13.
Her mama had to come to the station with her all the time.
Randy's out to the parking lot again.
Her mama was hot too, by the way.
That's what I hear.
I love this. I love him running.
See, that's what I mean. They could have took his little wheelchair right through that other way right there.
This is the best
story out here.
What?
Okay,
He's up on
look at this.
He's up on the hood of the car.
Hey, Dave is out there.
The
Hey, come on. Let's
He's
leave
gonna
Randy.
pull through.
Here we go. My favorite part of the whole show. Here we go.
This is ridiculous.
Oh! Yes!
You know, people in that Pizza Hut are sitting there going, "The fuck is going on across the way?"
That's right. There is a. Yeah, you're right, Rob. Yeah.
He just disrupted the lunch
King.
buffet.
And I promise you this. Can they hear me? I don't know.
Can they hear me?
It's Memphis. They just shook their head and just kept
Randy
eating.
Hales, Tuesday
Yeah,
night.
they're like, he probably robbed somebody.
Tuesday night, the
Like, well,
Coliseum.
wait a minute. Maybe not.
It's going to be not
No,
the King's last
He
night.
robbed all the
It's going to
talent
be
there.
your King's last night, and it's going to be your last night.
That's right.
And you better start looking around for somebody else to run this stinking company. Or maybe I'll run it from now on. Do you understand what I'm saying, pal? Because
All
I
right.
promise
Let's not
you,
go crazy.
I'm going to finish you and your new king Tuesday night, Randy Hales.
Look at Corey's face. Come out here in the sun. It's July, motherfuckers.
In there.
I done got some other babies I may had to have.
We can't let him go back in there.
I can't think of a name. Just name him Corey.
Hey, come to me right now.
I was going to go over to the Pizza Hut, Dave. I ain't going back
Hey,
in.
let me tell you.
Lean on me.
The Giant King,
I'm
promise
not
you're
the
gonna
heel.
say, and what I say to that Stacy is the truth, not the promise. It's the truth.
Not the situation.
In there.
Oh,
I love it.
he almost tripped on that cord again. Bravo! I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I don't know if I loved it for all the right reasons, but I loved it. So
Go ahead.
You know the deal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep on that one. It's late.
He's so sidetracked right now.
All right, Rob, let's talk about it. Give me your hit for the day. What's your hit?
Coco Ware, fucking right on Dundee. God, what a hit.
Miss, what was your miss?
The whole Spellbind. I know we didn't see it on here, but the whole Spellbinder thing was a total fucking miss.
What about your MVP?
Derek King.
OMG moment.
The entire Lawler Hales thing is just great. That is going to be my OMG. OMG, I love Randy's on the hood like he's posed up there. And I know the people at Pizza Hut are eating, go, what the fuck is going on out there? That's my MVP. Go with my can't miss, right?
They said
must see.
Must see. Yeah. What was your must see?
Must see is the entire Lawler Hales struggle back and forth. That whole angle that's going on there. I love it.
All right. What about you, Gene? Hit.
I got to agree. Coco punching Dundee, knocked him flat on his ass. That was rough, dude.
What about your miss?
Billy Travis in random tag team matches. Like, he was a main part of Brandon's stable, and now he's just doing nothing, hanging out with the damn young guns, and he's not a young gun.
MVP.
Corey Macklin. He went outside in the summer heat to cover this situation.
He's trying to come up with a new name for a child.
You know I like it tropical.
OMG. Man,
This is the OMG moment right here, and Smokey has made this clip, and he has decreed that every show on Jackson Media from now on, this will be the closing of every single show on our network.
Come back here, Randy Hales.
Ah, you've been sitting on that the whole
we
show.
Gotta run. We gotta run. And you must see.
Oh my God, dude, that is you have been sitting on that for this entire hour.
You need a Benny Hill theme on that.
That's fabulous. You need to have like the Chips.
That's crazy that we're both thinking of a different theme for it, but I think everything's funnier with Benny Hill, so there you go.
That's true.
All right, go ahead, Gene.
Must see, Gene.
Must see. Must see. I'll go with the closing segment just all together there. It's Memphis, but it's Memphis meets Monday Night Raw. It's you know.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, BT, I'm going to ask you yours. You ready? What's your hit?
Oh, Lord. Lawler Hales angle. I really like that. I really did. Miss Randy Hales in the boxer.
MVP.
is Lawler. I loved everything Jerry did on this show. I really did. This got me fired up. Want to go to the Mid-South Coliseum. So
were you buying the neck brace and cast when it came in?
Well, maybe I was. I don't know. I can't remember. So yeah.
All right, that's your MVP, and then the next one is your
OMG.
OMG.
Randy at Boxers again.
And your must see.
My must see is going to be Dundee and Gibson tagging against DK.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
What's happening? Well, it's Malice in the Palace, and that's Tuesday night. We got some results, folks.
Hey, before you get there, can we give an honorable mention for MVP? Honorable mention to Stacy for navigating that wheelchair in the studio through that maze.
There you go.
That is pretty good. You didn't do that right. We got to do with what's happening.
We got to start throwing that music from the show. What's happening in there?
Yeah, there you go. All right, we got Rumble on the Ridge in Jonesboro that night. They had that no attendance whatsoever, I guess, because it was outside. Lance Jade beat Bulldog Reigns. Streak beat Trey Keller. Stacy beat Brandon Baxter. Robert Gibson and Ashley Hudson beat Derek King and Tony Falk. Brian Christopher beat Kid Wicked. Bill Dundee double count out of the ring with Coco Ware. Jerry Lawler beat Billy Travis, and Streak Stripe won a battle royal.
He painted a strike streak on everybody.
Yeah, and then
he married that motherfucker.
721 in Memphis at the Mid-South Coliseum. We had Power Pro drew 3,500. Last time they had 5,000.
This is for Malice, right?
Yes.
Yes. King Cobra beat Yellow Jacket. Young Guns title. Kid Wicket beat Derek King. Power Pro Tag Team Tournament. We had the Rock'n'Roll Express beat Master B and Tony Falk. Tracy Smothers and Tom Pritchard beat Lance Jade and Ashley Hudson. Billy Travis and Bulldog Reigns beat Moondog Rover and Bo James. Rock'n'Roll Express then beat Smothers and Pritchard. That should have been a good match.
Yeah.
Travis and Reigns then beat the Rock'n'Roll Express to become the first tag team champs.
Travis and Bulldog Reigns?
Yes.
I'm not buying that shit.
And then Streak beat Keller. Dog collar match. This is fun, y'all. Bill Dundee beat Coco Ware in a double juice dog collar match. But the most notable fact about this was that they both used the same blade. Can you imagine?
Yikes.
Brian Christopher beat Rocky Maivia via DQ for the IC title match when Kid Wicked interfered after a ref bump, attacking Christopher, but Maivia didn't want his help and went for the rock bottom, but the ref blocked the rock bottom, so he rock bottomed the ref and got the DQ. Christopher hit Maivia with the title after the match, and Lawler beat the Giant King by count out of the ring. What happened was after throwing a fire at him in the main event, the Giant King ran away. And so he got counted out of the ring. So I guess they didn't see the fireball going out. After the match, Randy Hales was yelling at Giant King for losing, and Giant King threw him in the ring where Stacy gave him a low blow and sat on his face.
God, so all's well that ends well for.
And then Lawler gave him 3 pile drivers. So that's the way the show ended. I think the most notable part, Bill Dundee and Coco wearing the same blade, using the same blade.
Well,
also,
who sits and watches for something like that? Who notices something like that?
And then me.
Yeah, BT would have noticed that.
You wrote this article.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying I would have noticed it. So. 5,000 people at the first show, 3,500 at the second one. Not a good.
Well, I mean, first one's against a legitimate guy. Kane had been getting pushed to the moon on TV. Right. Giant goof was a giant goof. I mean,
giant fucking goof.
Was there anything in there about Creighton Armor being involved in the?
No, I didn't see anything about that because you had mentioned it at the very early, and I didn't.
He was involved in the finish of that from something I read previously, but
okay.
I guess it I mean, I'm sure that's what resulted in Street winning in some form or fashion.
We'll probably see that next week if it's important to the storyline. They'll show it again.
Well, good luck in Charlotte next week. You have a good time, Gene. And apparently we're going to hold it down, and we may have a co-host. We don't know who yet, but we may have somebody with us, BT.
Yeah, may have one or two. Who knows?
One or two. Who knows?
So you may have a full Texas bunch here next week, or
yeah, man.
You may have an ECW person, or you may have both, or who knows?
Gene, I'm giving you the pencil.
All right, folks. Well, there you go. Another episode of the Retro Wrestling Review Power Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Love my mama.
I didn't feel that one as much as usual. Y'all having trouble?
I'm tired.
Fair.
Kept him up.
I mean, it's 11:40. I mean, it's 12 o'clock. So